speech, I just figured out my attention getter. Did she give a speech? What do you think she should get? A minus? Plus.
And then the stop
She's
watch.
gonna get a Q.
Okay. We are ready whenever you are.
I would like to ask you all a question. How many of you have used a plastic bag before in your life? Okay, another question. How long do you think a plastic bag is used for? Like on average? No, but like for how long? Like minutes, seconds?
For the 30 minutes.
15 minutes,
Okay.
a couple hours to ride home, you know.
Well, according to the Yale Ledger, a plastic bag is used for a mere 12 minutes on average. Many of these plastic bags end up in landfills, polluting our country, our waterways, our world, and especially in America with as much trend shopping and fast fashion and fast food, we use a lot of plastic. So I'm going to be discussing a few main points about plastic bags and why we should move away from using plastic bags and why we should start to use reusable bags. So according to the Yale Ledger, communities and governments spend millions of dollars to manage the ballooning amount of plastic waste. The California Integrated Waste Management Board estimates that taxpayers spend $25 million each year to landfill these plastic bags in the city, and even the city of San Jose alone spends $3 million annually to remove plastic bags from waterways. So plastic bags create huge issues for environmental area, like basically anywhere like on Earth. Sorry. Taking a minute. Plastic bags cause a really big threat to waterways as they can get caught in drains, they can get caught in like motors of boats, which can cause problems for the driver of the boat, and they will have to pay for that. Plastic bags take a minimum of 500 years to biodegrade, and millions of tons of plastic flood our oceans and fill our landfills. It's estimated that 1 million marine birds and over 100,000 marine mammals die from plastic ingestion every year. I watched a documentary, actually not in relation to this speech, it was for a different class, but it did provide me a lot of information. There's an island called Midway Island, like from the Battle of Midway in World War II, and almost every single bird on that island is dissected for scientific purposes, and their stomachs are filled with plastic. The animals on that island, specifically seagulls, feed their babies plastic because they cannot tell the difference between real food and plastic. Approximately 8% of the world's oil production is used to make plastic bags, which I'm sure you guys have all heard. Oil and big fossil fuel companies are creating a lot of pollution, which is becoming irreversible, and we're starting to look for ways that we can reduce that. So by continuing to manufacture plastic bags, we are just contributing to our problem. 12 million barrels of oil are used to manufacture the 30 billion plastic bags consumed by Americans each and every year. So, as I said in the beginning, plastic bags are used for 12 minutes on average, and 30 billion plastic bags are used by Americans every year. And I'm not a mathematician, but that's a lot of plastic bags for not a lot of time that's being used. And where are they all going? They're going to landfills. And for us, that's out of sight, out of mind. We're not worried about the plastic, but when it starts to infect our waterways, infect our lifestyle and our foods, and our air, because it's been found that chemical leachates from plastic bags can impair growth of Chlorococcus, which is a marine bacterium that provides 1/10 of the world's oxygen. So by continuing to use and manufacture plastic bags, we are depriving ourselves of oxygen. And that's according to the Center of Biological Diversity. The average American family uses 1,500 plastic bags every year. If each bag costed a nickel, every family would be spending around $75 annually. Most people wouldn't want, like if they saw that total on a piece of paper and realized how much it cost, they would be interested in saving that money. Reusable plastic bags and reusable cotton bags, silk bags, any kind of reusable bag is a much safer option for our planet, for the well-being of our animals, for our livestock that we then consume, so our food sources, and for the health of the planet in general. So I ask you all to strongly consider to use reusable plastic bags and reusable bags in general, because using plastic bags is killing us. Are we still doing questions with
Yes,
people?
ma'am.
Okay. Hold on, actually, I don't know if anyone's gonna ask. Just so I have my sources. Okay, any questions? Okay,
Do you think if people were more educated on like the effects of plastic bags on our environment and on our lifestyle, they'd be willing to make that change, or do you think they're not making it because it costs more money, it's just easier to make?
I think it's a mixture of both. I think that with the proper knowledge, people would be willing to change their behaviors. Right now, I'm in the environmental science class at our school, and I've learned a lot, and I've actually started changing a lot of behaviors. I don't use receipts, like I don't take receipts anymore. I try to steer away from using plastic bags because I just throw them away. There's no, like I don't end up reusing them. I know that some people do, but, and I do think that it is easier to use a plastic bag once and not have to worry about making sure you have a reusable bag with you. But in turn, you can use a reusable bag that you can get for like $5 or $10, and you can use it for a few years. So it's both. John?
So, you know, we talked about plastic bags and those being a big issue. What about plastic straws? Is there, there's no alternative right now in the world for that that's, you know,
Paper straws.
paper
straws.
here's the
Straws.
question. Now, let me ask this question about the paper straws. I was gonna say, except for paper straws. But
Metal straws?
who here has used a paper straw and it melts in your cup?
Yes,
That's just
I
what happens.
use that.
What about metal straws? You ever jack yourself in the mouth, the roof of the mouth with that?
Wait,
Nah.
metal
That's
straws, you're not
not-
gonna
No.
use fast food, they're not gonna do metal straws.
Yeah, they're not giving metal straws there. I don't see really a viable alternative right now for, you know, a straw.
No
So-
straws.
That's
I don't need
That's
straws.
not, this is not my topic,
No,
so I
I'm
don't
asking this,
understand why you're asking this
with the,
question.
I'm saying with the plastic, is it not a necessary evil to have to have plastic straws?
Well, she's talking about plastic bags and specific.
So if you can rephrase your question to be modeled around plastic bags, I'd be happy to answer.
I got a good question.
Tim, go
How
ahead.
do you feel about paper bags? That's like, those are like 25. Yeah, those rip.
You can use paper bags, but as of now, there are, and I don't have the, like the number of stores on me, but going into any kind of facility that sells things, you're not gonna find a lot of plastic bags to use. Strax is one of the only places that
Paper,
I
yeah.
go that has a paper
I know.
bag.
I just like paper more.
What about the
Yeah,
trees?
and it's biodegradable, so it is a
Trees
safer
are,
option. Abby?
So if we did transition into like using reusable
long do you think it would take to like do it throughout all the stores?
That's a really good question. It's kind of a game of money. I mean, I don't see a problem with using a reusable bag. I'm sure most of you guys don't see a problem with it either. I mean, we all have backpacks. Those are reusable. We use them every day. So it's not a matter of, I mean, for some people it is, but it's really not a matter of getting people to use reusable bags. It's a matter of like getting the industries to stop producing them. John, did you like rephrase your question or no?
No, I'm good.
Okay.